Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm back again and I have been busy working on my piece. You can sort of see, here I'll go show you the back. That's how you can see how much I've done. So all this centerpiece still needs to be worked on. Done the tulip and then started on some of my blue, and I'll show you the just ironed it, so it's a bit wet. This is the blue that I've been working on. That's why this is undone, because I had to put it in the hoop. Now this piece here, I've still kept some of the what's it called, this stuff, the cheesecloth, but it just looked too light and like it wasn't part of this flower. So I've stitched this down. That's the sari silk, and I've put in the beads in here. I might zoom it in just a little bit just to show you. Yeah, so I put the sari silk here and then put the beads in there, and then that was another leaf that was part of it. And so I went over it with this fabric, not this fabric, this thread again, which has got the red and some of the orange in there. So, and then I got my paints out and I painted over it because it was yeah, it just didn't look right, and now it looks like it's all one flower. So, and then I started on this, which I've got this thread out, and then on the inside I am doing this colour thread on the inside on the darker bits, and then I want to get, where is that darker, like what I've done with this one. I'll go back again. Like I did with this one, I just went on the inside and then I went around the outside with this darker thread, and I thought I don't have a great deal of this darker thread left, and I've got three blues to go, so, or four, you include that. So I'm just going to sit down. Okay, so yeah, so I stitched. You can still see some of the, I've ironed it, you can see some of the stuff through. So I thought I'm gonna do watercolor on that and then just iron it down, but it's still lighter because it was lighter. It was sort of like a petal, but yeah, so that, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, I'm still worked on the leaves. So I've got all these bits and pieces which I still need to put down. What I was thinking today, I've got some yellow. I was thinking maybe I can do some beads, but I can also go around the outside with the dark blue, which will help this edging, which is good. I'm needing to give it a haircut every now and again, so it'll probably be done in the not stem, yeah, stem stitch is what I do, just because it's a little thicker. You know, I did stem stitch around the outside of that. This does seem a little sparse now compared to some of the other flowers, but I'm going to try and not do as much. So this colour here, I'll just do there, just do that medium darker colour, and then maybe come in with the darker colour. It is darker, but when it's been stitched down, it looks lighter. It's weird. I might have to go a darker again, I think, because it just doesn't seem, it almost looks like the same colour as that, but because it's the thread rather than the wool, it is flatter, which is what I wanted. So I was thinking of maybe coming in and doing some beading, and even doing some black beading under there. Same here. There's always lots of stuff going on out the back. I think they're finally coming in and maybe gonna start on the units next door. It's taken forever, and I'll certainly know about it because they've mowed it again, and the ground is flat, so I reckon, you know, won't be, it'll be probably in the next couple of months, maybe get started. This is the other, this is what this piece looked like. So I might even put, I'm going to put that in this piece here, just to make it pink, because it's sort of the grey, and I don't know, I don't think it works that well in the grey. So that's going to be in the pink. So there you go. I love it. I love the way that this is, you know, all like it's got a bit of a fold. I haven't stitched it down too much because I wanted to give it a bit of 3D. So, so much to do. I don't even know where to start when I'm filming. Well, you know how to do the stem stitch, so I'm gonna just letting you know. Okay, I'm gonna do the stem stitch around there and then continue to fill that in. What I was thinking was doing the beading, or I also need to go around the outside of this, which I probably will do before I start on that one. Okay, let's have a look. I think the colours I've got here may not be the right ones. Actually, I think this might be the right one to go on the outside. That's really pretty. And you've got a fair bit of green. I'm probably going to use some of these greens on here, but I think that's probably the right colour to do the outside. That's got some of that pink in there as well. I've got threads and colours everywhere, I tell you. Here's this brown. These are some of the really soft, pretty pinks that I got from the girls. Could almost use that. Actually, I might put these in my tin. That's definitely a contender. That's gorgeous. Really pretty. That might need to be couched down. Maybe I can utilise that in one of these ones. Okay, so I've got my little tin. Put those in there. And okay, I'm not even sure where I am in camera. Being yabbering away, I might need to, I'm just going to leave it at that angle, because it's a little bit, you know, when I go in, I lose it, and you don't get to see where I am. Actually, I've got that darker blue, which I might come in. Okay, since I've got that on there, so what I'll do is a little bit of black here. You've got to be so careful with these babies, I tell you. So in the centres, I'm trying to do a little bit of beading. Might grab a couple. So we're doing, well, that'll be right. Obviously grabbed one that was a little tight. So how are we all going? I haven't even replied to the last. To the last video of being a madhouse here, I tell you. Okay. Now, need this guy from the bottom. I mean, it's big, but it's not as big as some of them. Rachel's piece is pretty huge. there. Okay, going over it twice. I think I need a single one in the corner, just up here. Yep. Ugh, better be so careful. Come on. No, it really does not pay for me to do beading while I'm on camera, I tell you. Because it's so small, you can't see it, and my beading needle is like crooked as. I'll just go in. And sorry about the last video too, the sound of the water. I'd left the door open because it was a nice day. We've had the funniest weather. It was boiling hot for a while there, and then now it's, you know, cold again. I've got to have the heater on, air conditioner on. It's just ridiculous. I think I'm going to try and fix these. They seem to be having a mind of their own. I might go through them again. And pull them down a little tighter. Just sit down. If I put it close to it, it'll go down. That's a little better. We just want it in there to have a little bit of colour, so I'm going to come back up here. All sorts of noise out there. I can hear another aeroplane. Okay. Yes, it's been fairly quiet on the home front for me doing videos. Lucky if you're getting one a week, which is not good. But in March and April, I've got 9 videos already lined up with my my book from start to finish. You'll get to see how it looks, and then I'll have the panels for sale pretty much straight after the retreat, and then the videos will come out. You can't see any of this. The videos will come out from the 17th, and I think Corinne's has got hers too. I might do 3. Oh well, 4 works too. There we go. At least it's going to get done a little quicker. Gee, there's noise out there today. Cars and planes. That's what happens as soon as it's, because it's been raining, and now we've gotten some better weather. People are out there mowing and whatnot. One more. There we go. Yeah, because we've had the rain and now we've got the sunshine. You know, they're going to get out there and mow the lawns because waiting for it to dry up. Sorry, you probably cannot see this, but I'm sure you all know how to do beading. It really does add something to the centre of the flowers. I'm not a big one for beading, but in this case, it is looking really nice having the beads. I think I've probably enough for a couple more. because I'm going to have the yellow beads there. So how many do we need? Probably about another 3. It's got 4. Nope, I think that's too much. And then maybe another couple on the top. Yeah, I'm seeing how nice everybody's piece is looking. I am so behind on any of my other work, but it will be worth it because this is going to be hanging in my lounge room, so it'll look really nice. Okay, I think that should be enough. Maybe one more here. Oop. It looks like there might be one missing just here. That's where that extra one wanted to come from. There we go. Sorry, probably can't see. So that's the black. And then the black really adds like shading, which I think is really nice. There we go. Okay. Now what I'm probably going to do is just go around I might leave that on there. I might need to do a little bit more a little bit later. Okay. Yeah, see how that looks. Looks really good. There, and it was black there, but so I'll do the yellow beads on the top there. So what I'll do, so I'll just grab them and just chuck them on there just to show you. And it looks really nice. I like that. So they'll be on there. I'll do that off camera. Okay. You got to be so careful. These are absolutely chockers, and I have to be really careful. Okay, now. Okay, so what I do want to do, that's got the grey around the outside because I wanted the white, but I think this is a sort of a deeper flower, so I am going to get this darker pink. And where's my chenille? Yeah, so even if you've done something like I did that, you're not happy with it, you just go over it. But I am seeing these little lighter bits because it's still got that colour underneath. But yeah, and I thought when I did all that and it still seemed too light, so I'm really happy with it now. That texture, love it, absolutely love it, and I love the way that's sort of, you know, sitting here like that. So it's going to look beautiful hanging on my wall. When I get my lounge room back, when my son's not in it. Oh my goodness, it's been quite the weekend, I can tell you. Well, you know, you love your kids, but you want them out. Yeah. You know, I'm 55, my husband's 57. Yeah, we want our kids to move on. I think they're probably more work now than when they were little. So yeah, can't seem to get rid of kids these days. They just keep coming back. I think the last time is going to be the last time. He is not coming back, I can tell you that. You know, they're 26 and 22. I'm currently in the process of trying to help them, you know, get support and all that kind of stuff, because they're both on the spectrum. So they've both got level 2 ASD, autism spectrum disorder. So that's why they're home longer than what most kids would be. But these days, a lot of kids are still home for longer. So I'm not the only one suffering. Oh, there's just no privacy. And then we haven't got a big house. So, you know, that's why I was going to sell, and, you know, that fell through. And nothing worse than having to spend money on something that doesn't go through. Still got to pay the solicitors and the agents and all that, even though you haven't sold. But yeah, sometimes you just got, I mean, this house would be great if it was just me and my husband. It'd be fine, plenty of room. But yeah, so I'm currently working with like a support worker to get my younger son. My older son is you know, got the support that he needs. NDIS Australia would know what that means. You know, people just to help him. Yep. But it definitely takes its toll, because when they're little, up until, was it the age of 18, you're just, you know, the parent. Whereas when they're 18 and over, which they both are now, you know, I'm classed like a carer because they're adults. And yet by the law, they're treated like adults, even though they're really not. In a lot of ways, you know, still having to depend on my help. And I'm like, I need them to be a bit more independent and do things on their own. My youngest is getting there. He's got himself a very small little part-time job working at the fish and chip shop. You know, he'd be in the, probably doing the dishes and making pizzas and bits and pieces, which is good. Because I wanted him to have work so you can know the value of work. Very important that life. Oh, I think is that petal from there, or have I gone? Yeah, that makes sense that it's from there. I'm going to have to go back. Too busy yapping. Talking about the great joys of being a parent. Oh, they're so cute when they're little. And as you get older, they do your head in. Okay. Okay. Not long now until my retreat. I can't wait. Should be good. Be nice catching up with the girls. They're you know, I've been to a few retreats with some of these girls. You know, some of them were at the Roxy one, and they went to Corinne's one as well. And, you know, they're more like friends. It's like getting together, catching up with some friends, doing a bit of stitching, some road trips to go and to fantastic quilt shops and thread shops and all that kind of stuff. So that should be good. Okay. really does make a difference having the border. Like the other one, I'm not going to do, I've done a lot of all stitching in that one, or at least all fabric, or you know, like it's completely covered, whereas this one I'm doing the border, and I'll leave that whitey grey. I will do the darker colour and maybe that mid-tone, same as what I've done here. So leave the light. I'll come in and stitch that darker. I'll do a backing stitch with this darker thread over here like I did on that one. Best way to do it is actually to probably draw where I need to do it, like here, there, I think. That's going to go over the top, so maybe there, and it'll go there. And be over the top, so maybe here, I think, coming through here. This red colour is quite good. Definitely along here, underneath there, and here as well. Maybe there. I think that's more highlight. Yeah, that'll do. Just so I know where to do the stitches like that. Okay. Be interesting to know what the new prompts are going to be for what else we have on the table, but I don't think I'm going to be, I'll probably still be working on these flowers when we get the new prompts. I think, what are we into, the 3rd week? I've still got a little while. And as you can see, the girls are nowhere near finishing theirs. Hopefully that will sit. Okay, I might do that and then come in through here. Yep, it really does make a difference. Quite nicely textured. Need to work a little more on these leaves. I'm probably going to come in. I need to do like stitching along there to define that. Maybe come in there with some darker thread. I've got some of that there, and I'll do the same. Maybe with this here and here, and define it. Here, as much as I like how it's got pink, they look more like you know, buds than they do look like leaves. So I may come in and cover, may keep some of the yellow, because you know, leaves do sort of like do a greeny yellow in stitching, and yeah, but I think we need to get rid of that pink, even though it does look nice. You know, the pink is on the flowers, not really on the leaves. Could understand if it was you know, the rusty colours, like the leaves sort of turn in autumn, and they do sometimes turn that colour and it looks pretty, but I just don't think it's going to work for this piece, I don't think. Okay, here we are coming in around here. which is going to define these two, which is good. Oh. Yeah, so when I do the back stitching and the beading and all that kind of stuff, I don't have the frame in, but when I do the satin stitch and I'm filling in, that's when I come in with a frame, because it is a little bit easier, and it's going to be, you know, they're going to be tauter stitches. Gee, this tends to curl. Hopefully you guys are all stitching along with me, because I found watching people do some of these things it's a little boring. That's why I try and, you know, explain stuff while I'm stitching, and say, well, this is what I'm going to do, you know, blah blah blah, give you a few different ideas like that, just so that you do it. I might, I've got this beautiful wool. It's got a lot of grey in there, but I wouldn't mind using this on there and then including the grey. That would be nice. I'll probably do all of that. So this is going to be some, that'll be some. Yeah, I think I might do both of them, because they're on the edge. They really do need the edges done. So I'm actually getting there, you know. And I've got this pretty, what I might do is do that darker yellow. Come in with the darker yellow, leave the light, do green beads. Green beads are that one as well. Green and a bit of black. So it is hard. This is so, like, it's so heavily stitched. It's quite heavy. Even just giving this a border has made a big difference. So doing a bit of stitching here and there is behind the scenes, just watching a bit of Hometown. I love that show. Ben and Erin Napier. They're so cute. It's sort of like, you know, those fixer-upper shows. It's they got such great ideas, which you know, I've gotten some good ideas for things I can do for my house, which is nice. Okay, we're going to come here, go around. Oh, I think I'm going to have to go back. Yep. Go there. Go down. And come up here. When you go around a corner, sometimes you've just got to pull it down because it sits funny. Oh. This is good, giving it a definition and stitching some of the middle down, because I sort of seem to have done the outsides. So this is at least, well, you can't really see it too much on there. Holding it down. Probably need to go through all 3 layers. The moment I do, it becomes really tough. Once I finish this thread, I'm probably going to switch it off and do a bit of stitching in the background. Yeah, so I usually do a big thing every year, but I've had so many finishing, you know, so many projects this year that, and because I do retreats now, so I've got what I'm going to be doing in 2026. It's already made, and like as in the panel, and I've got to work on it, but I've got a whole year to film it, so rather than rushing and doing everything at the last minute like with this year's one, you know, I can do a little bit of stuff behind the scenes to do it. And I usually have my retreats in the first Monday to Thursday in March each year, so there's a heads up of when the date will be. Probably the 4th to the 7th of March will be the next one. Just got to see when those dates are, because it's a good time. It's, you know, you're still warm, and you can go out, and yeah, still the weather's not too bad and all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, it's looking good, peeps. I like that. What I should do is have a look what time we've got it, hey? 37 minutes. All I've done is a bit of beading there and stitched around there, but see, that really doesn't make a difference. I really like that. And once I go in there with these, it will look good. Actually, I should show you what I'm going to do. I really am happy with that. You'll probably hear the water trickling again in the background. I haven't got the door open this time because it was quite loud. Well, here's the leaves that I was talking about. You may not have seen them. The ones that have got the pink. I'll probably keep some of the yellow and maybe even just do a touch. But yeah, they look like buds rather than leaves. So don't mind Rachel's idea of her doing shading. I might do a little bit of shading just here. Got a little bit of, it's sort of ripped. So maybe I can put a little bit of, what do we got? You know, maybe some of this, except for in the blue, and sort of have it coming across there like that, covering that bit, because I have got some of the blue. Where are we? Yeah, sort of like a bluey grey colour. This, a look, haven't used this a lot in my powder blue, it's called. Get a little bit of this. Then you just hack away at this stuff. No neat way of doing it. There we go. That'll look nice. And then we'll help cover up this. Put it up. I'm going to rethread that in a minute. But okay, now use this maybe just to work on something a little different. Yeah, it's got this hole there, so I'll make sure that I'll stick to that, go underneath, okay, sorry. quite when you're busy concentrating. Stretch it along, and if I hold that down there, it'll at least, and I'll do stitching, so it's going to stitch that down a bit. There we go. There. So you just come in with a thread, and then you do invisible stitching, sort of come in with it, an invisible stitch this down a little, do it, come up there, because it gives it some depth. There we go. This part is going to be right on the edge. I think it needs a bigger pin. There we go. Oop. I think that looks good. That needs to come up like that underneath. There goes me washing. Noisy brutes the washing machines are, I tell you. Okay. Pins everywhere. I like that. Hides that, and then once I stitch down there, it's going to you know, reinforce it. So I'll just stitch it down with a light blue. So I've got a bluey grey here. That's the one. Come along there, stitch underneath. I'll make sure that I stitch it down properly there. I think that'll look nice. Bit of shading. Yeah. Okay, and you know, just something that it's sitting on besides that. So can probably even have maybe some little petals of the leaves, and you know, some of the bits and pieces. Oh, yeah. Okay, well I better go, and I'll finish this beautiful rose, and I'll come in and do that and do the yellow there, and then yeah, you know, a little bit more is done there. So I'm getting there, but it's a long time. But it's enjoyable. I am enjoying it because I know that this is going to be hanging, you know, in pride of place in my lounge room. So you really want to take your time and enjoy the process. So okay, thank you guys. Really glad I did that. Much better. Like, it was a darker rose. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.